Hey guys, Justin here with JHart Modelworks. As I mentioned in the unboxing video I did for the Ducati 916, there are two projects that I'm wanting to bring onto the bench. I don't know if I'm going to focus just on the 916 and get that knocked out and then move on to this one, or if I'm going to do them both side by side. I just figured I'd go ahead and knock out both the unboxings since I have both of the kits out. What we're going to be taking a look at today is Fujimi's Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. Now, this is a kit that was given to me by Mike from Mike's Miniature Motors last year when we went down to San Antonio, and I got to have a chance to meet him. Absolutely awesome guy. Go ahead and check his channel out. But for right now, let's go ahead and flip the camera around and see what we've got. Okay guys, here is the top of our box. I've already pulled everything out and taken all the bags off of it. That's super cool. We have our instructions. Now, what they have done, and you're going to see this several times throughout here, is they've basically given you the Murcielago kit with a different body and some additional sprues with the Roadster parts on them. There are the paint callouts, which they call out for very few paints. Most of these are in, a lot of the instructions are in Japanese. There is a section of the instructions here that I do want to point out. This car has the option of a manual or an automatic, like the paddle shifter. They call it the E-gear. So if you're doing the manual, you do not want to include the paddle shifter bits on it. Then over here, all of this is telling you that for the manual you do not want to use D10 or W3. Now they do say W2, but they mean W1 because there's a different chrome part for the automatic that doesn't have the hole for the shifter or the shift gate. It has the park and reverse buttons for the flappy paddle thing. Something else to acknowledge is that the last pages of the instructions are mounting up the side parts for the body. So this is all going to be body colored. Your front end is already attached in here. Then you're going to put the interior tub and the engine bay inside the body, and then you'll put your chassis in at the end. Why this is important is because this means that you can paint up all of your body parts. You can basically pre-assemble almost all of the body. These little side pieces, it looks like you can't do because they attach to this lower panel and this upper panel. And you got to get paint in there, and under there you're going to have yellow and whatnot. But for the most part, you can get these lower side pieces glued on. You can get the front and the rear attached because you don't need to have the body in place first. So that means you can put those together, get everything painted, get all your paint nice and smooth and even, and you'll have very few parts to try and color match. You have
two clear sprues. The first is just the standard Murcielago clear sprue. They do tell you to paint a lot of this in smoke, and then you've got some various colors for the lights. This makes me sad. I wish this was mesh. I don't like Tamiya smoke. I probably won't like Mr. Hobby's smoke either. I just never can get it to go down smooth. And if I do get it to go down smooth, it's really kind of thick and slimy. I have no idea what these tiny little pieces are, but they are ridiculously small. They're like tiny little dots. I'm going to lose those. The next clear sprue is dedicated to the Roadster. So you've got your side glass and your windshield all one piece. You have, these are mesh, I believe. And I really wish those were actual mesh and not clear plastic, because that always looks kind of There's a rear window attached to this part. Decals. Like most of my Fujimi kits, these have aged over time and yellowed. It's pretty standard for 1980s, 1990s kits to be yellowed out like that. Now they give you these blank license plates, and then they give you all the letters and numbers to build your own Japanese license plates, which is kind of cool. It's like some mesh. Lamborghini script for the rear. Hood ornament. Various bits and bobs. Now this made me happy. These are die-cut window masks, because trying to mask that window by hand would have been a nightmare. Black sprues of our chassis and some suspension components of the Roadster specific engine cover, windshield wiper, and door cards. Those are not horrible. You have your interior tub and your engine bay. So it is a sort of like a curbside plus is what I'm calling it. You're going to have your lower part of your engine, you'll have the upper part of the engine, but the middle is all just kind of a big blob. And this tub gets screwed into the body. Seats are interesting. There's your mirrors. Of your dashboard. If you're doing the flappy paddle version, you're going to want to remove the clutch pedal. But there is some fairly nice detail to the dash. You've got your suspension components, steering wheel, your headlight buckets, another set of mirrors maybe? Another windshield wiper. And this is the standard Murcielago engine bay. You're not going to use this on this kit. Chrome sprues, and we have 2 of these as well. Kind of the top of your engine, the bottom of your engine. This was an all-wheel drive car, so you're going to have your front portion of the all-wheel drive. Looks like some exhaust pieces. I believe these are the original Murcielago kit wheels, which may or may not work on this car. You have your brakes. More exhaust and mirror pieces, I guess. Oh, they did mount the this would be your shifter, and they did put the attachment at the bottom, which is really nice. On the Ferrari F355 kit I just wrapped up, they put the sprue point right in the middle of the stick and just made a mess of it. Your additional sprue pieces are going to be your Roadster specific wheels. There is your manual shift gate, and then there is, like I said, your automatic, which is going to have like your park neutral drive buttons and your flappy pedals for your steering wheel. We have our body, which is not bad. Panel lines are kind of shallow, and there is definitely a sink in there that you're going to want to clean up, and that's from where these screw points are located at. I think that's supposed to be the gas cap. Panel lines are pretty shallow. Definitely want to get in there and rescribe those. Yep. So where the screw points are up here, you're going to have some sinks in there as well. Again, you're going to want to try and maybe some putty or something and smooth that out. This is the engine cover for the original Mercy kit, the front lip, and these are those side panels I was telling you about. On this sprue, you've got these little vent openings, and they're going to line up like that, but the very top is going to glue into these notches on the body. So you're going to want to paint those up separately and glue them on. And we have our rear end. Got some fans in there you could detail paint. And then we get to this bag. Looks like we've got a metal rear axle. We have some staggered tires, probably 19 fronts, 20 rears. They are wider in the rear. They do appear to be branded Pirellis. You don't get branded tires anymore due to licensing. You even have your sizing. Very nice. Two sets of poly caps. I don't know if you need two sets or if one's an extra. and you get a whole bunch of tiny little screws. Alright guys, so that is a wrap for the Fujimi Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster kit. A huge thanks to Mike from Mike's Miniature Motors. He gave me this kit when I was down in San Antonio last year, and I got to meet him. Super cool guy. Go check out his channel. He does some great stuff over there. So thank you very much, Mike. I don't know if I'm going to work on this and the Ducati motorcycle at the same time. I may just build the motorcycle and then start on this right after. Another option is that I may get all the body stuff set up and prepped and then just paint them and clear them at the same time, so I'm only mixing up like one batch of clear. We'll see how it goes. But thanks for hanging out and watching the unboxing video. I always appreciate you watching the videos and supporting the channel. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will catch you on the next one.